working this hard for a reason. Been a minute trying to make it.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hus-Band Show podcast. Well, as you see today, it's just me and a special guest. I got my man T. Roy, my homeboy, my neighbor. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself, man. I don't want to tell your story. You tell your own story.
Hey, I'm a Detroit cat, you know, basic and simple. I grew up on the west side of Detroit. You know, I went to Rudderman Middle School, Parkman Elementary. I'm a real Joy Road cat, you know what I mean? Was lucky enough to go to a little private school because my athletic ability. And from that, got an opportunity to go play football in college.
And what college was that?
I started off at Iowa State University.
Okay.
You know, they saw something in the brother.
Yeah.
Gave me a chance.
Yeah.
It was crazy landing down there in Ames with like no black people at all. Literally.
What year was that?
1989. Right. So there was a couple of dudes in front of me. I shouldn't say no black people. There was some dudes in front of me. Joe Blankenship.
Joe Blankenship.
Yeah, man. Oh man, Joe's that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, he's still my guy.
Okay.
Real.
Okay.
Ray Carruthers,
Mhm.
Marcus Robinson. There was some dudes down there, Pee Wee, Rodolfo Johnson, the East Side cat.
Yeah.
You know, off Osborne.
Yeah.
So it was some dudes down there in front of me that showed me something. You know what I mean? I went on the island by myself
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you the real. Hey man, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Now,
man.
hold on. So how did you end up at Central Michigan?
So after
Fire up
playing-
chips.
Yeah. Oh, fire up chips.
Fire up chips.
So my third year, after my third year playing, man, my mom passed. You know, and it was a little bit different, you know.
Yeah.
Like she used to be at all my nails and all that. So when she passed, it was like okay. And then I had a little sister that was in high school. So I'm like, okay, well,
She was back in the D?
yeah.
Okay.
She was still at Cass Tech.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I can stay out here in Iowa. Cause I thought I did a little something where I could, you know, maybe transfer and continue what I was doing. You know what I mean? So it came down to a family situation for real.
Yeah.
I look back today like, man, maybe I should have stayed, but in reality, you know, it really came down to make sure my little sister was all right. That's what it was, you know. And she became a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So, man,
Yeah.
so
That's what's up.
yeah, it was one of those situations. And I'm gonna tell you, man, Central Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good days and bad days, wasn't it?
No, I had all good days. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody who from Central Michigan back in the day that I went there,
Yeah.
I'm the real Trouble T. Roy.
Yeah. The man, and you know what?
Hey,
When
the real trouble
was
T.
calling you, that
Yeah, I'm there. Yo, listen, I'm the real Trouble T. Roy. Like, so if all y'all wanna know where I'm at,
Yeah.
right, I'm here. And I'm the real Trouble T. Roy.
Yeah.
And listen, that shit that went down in Central Michigan,
Mhm.
hey man, we can really make a movie on that.
Yeah.
I lived 2 years at Central Michigan University that you would never ever
And
do
it's so
again.
crazy. So my wife, cousin, son actually went there, graduated. Like so many friends, and then come to find out you living right across the damn street.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
what's up. That's what's
That's
up.
crazy.
So now, how did that transition? Because what you did, you had a walk on with the Chiefs. How
No,
did
no.
that go?
So the way that went down, man, when I was still at Iowa State, I learned that was to the liking to, you know what I'm saying? So when I got to Central Michigan, the other team was running for me. Nobody gave me no shot. He showed up. Like, hey, man, we need this workout. Went down there, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? So I did what I worked out for him for 2 hours, and he took a liking to that. You know, so I kind of fell out the spotlight for a minute. Everything kind of went away, and he called back like, hey man, you know, hey, you kind of like it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna come and see you again.
Mhm.
So it's one of those situations where it was just someone love, you know what I'm saying? And 10 years later, he became my son's coach in the Little League situation. You know, so yeah, shout out to her in that respect.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? 'Cause he gave me some love.
Hey, the look you needed.
Yeah. Hey, I wanna
Pretty
do-
much changed your life, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
He gave me no. That's on the other.
That's what's up. So now we got some topics. So now that we, know you a little bit better now, we're gonna talk about this marriage thing. So you've been married how long?
28 years. Well, it'll be 28 in October.
God, To the same woman? No, I'm just playing. 28 years, so y'all met in college?
Yeah, man. You know, it's crazy, man, because I met my wife, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's the first time I ever told somebody this, man.
Hold on, is she gonna be bad if she hears this?
Yeah, well, hey, man, at this point.
What is the Hus-Band Show podcast? You got it,
years,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
All right.
So I'm gonna keep it 100.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I want you to.
And some of this shit she know from real, ain't no secret, you know. But when I first met my wife, man, I had a homeboy named Dirty. Shout out to my nigga Dirty Eye. You know what I mean? Hey, he gonna come home soon.
Okay.
That's on the
Free Dirty Eye.
Hey, that's my man.
We all know one.
He took me over there to visit some girls. You know, my girl. So let me backtrack, right? So I was with a girl. You mean she was my girl, real. You know, she graduated, and me and her started a life. So we had another partner in Southfield, and she had already graduated. She was putting that shit down, you know, trying to make sure we gonna be.
Yeah, for sure.
So I still had a semester before I could graduate.
Yeah.
So I'm up there in
Now
Central
stop. Now,
Michigan.
hold on. Let's not talk sexy. Don't talk loud.
So I'm up there in Central Michigan. My bad. So I'm up there in Central Michigan, you know, and she already done went back home and shit. So my man like, hey man, let's go have some fun, kick it, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so we go meet these girls and shit. And it just so happened, I liked her. Right? So it was kind of crazy, right? So because she was a freshman.
Okay.
You know, and it was like, okay, what the fuck is you doing in the dorm, you know?
Yeah. You was what? This was your
I was a senior, man.
Okay.
Like, and you know, I'd already had my shot in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was one of those situations like, man, you really, really grown.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So yeah.
You
It was crazy.
so you went up to her.
So
you
we go,
approached her.
No, so we go to her crib. I pull my car out front, you know, and it's cold in the motherfucker outside. Then my man drinking this shit. We take the bottles and they dorm room. Blow their fucking mind. They like, these motherfuckers smoking around with whole big ass bottles of liquor.
Yeah.
And my truck sitting on the front running. So they like,
So you
fuck.
showing out.
Really wasn't showing out. It just was, that's how I was living, you know what I'm saying? Turned out, you know what I mean, my wife, at the time, she was impressed, you know what I mean? She was like, what the fuck with you?
Yeah.
So I told her, man, when I first really kicked her with, I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna marry you. And she looked at me like, niggas, you crazy? I'm like, she had a little boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? And I knew the little nigga was lame, you know what I mean?
And it's something when you meet a girl and you take her from a nigga, make it feel good though.
No, it really wasn't like that.
It don't make you feel good though?
I'm gonna keep it 100. The nigga, listen, I already knew the little nigga wasn't in my league, you know what I mean? So when she was like, oh, I got a little boyfriend that I was had in high school, I'm like, you know what I mean? Man, I'm on some whole other level.
Yeah.
Man, I'm 4 years older than
Like
her.
nigga, I've been out here living for real.
Right.
Yeah.
And I got money.
Yeah.
The shit
Well,
that you
yeah,
talking
you
about,
did,
nigga,
yeah.
nigga, I got some cheese. Right, so I told her that shit, she think I'm crazy. And we started kicking it. And literally from that day on, man, she never ever ate in the dorms no more. She didn't eat no more motherfucking cafeteria food. None of that shit. From the time me and her started kicking it, I bought her food every day. Nigga, she went to restaurants, lunch, dinner,
women like to
every
eat.
day.
Oh my God.
They like to eat.
Every day. She ate.
No dorm food.
When she was in college, she can go spend whatever the fuck she want. She can go to the little mall, buy what she wanted, get her little nails and shit done.
So how long after that did y'all actually get married? Like, you said
2 years. It was 2 years.
Because it don't take long, right?
Yeah, it was 2 years.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. It don't take
She
long.
had this now on the other side of that shit, you know what I mean? It was a culture shock to her too.
Yeah. Because of
She
lifestyle.
wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
And her family, like, they ain't seen her have to go to college to meet a nigga like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Her family ain't send her ass all the way down there. You go to college and meet this motherfucker who already a senior, you know, on some slick shit. You know what I mean? They ain't send her ass down there for that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that was something that I
Get
had
some
to,
shit fucked up.
yeah, man. You know, so I had to, you know, adjust to that whole situation. Like, I had to be real with it. Like, hey, I like her. You know what I mean? Mind you, which was crazy. I just told you, like, I was already in another situation.
Yeah.
Man,
Then we all come from another situation, you know, like ain't nobody out here
I was in a
free
real
like
situation
that.
like me and this girl, man, you know, and I'm keeping it real. Shout out to Dion, you know what I mean, wherever she at in this world. Shout out to you. You know, it just didn't work out. You know, I think it wasn't meant to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
for sure.
at the time, so she was pressing me, man. She, man,
On
like,
your head.
boy, you pressing a motherfucker who 21, 22 years old. I was actually 21. She pressing me, man. I got to be 22. Never forget, man. I show up. She done graduated and shit, right? So we have this apartment on 8 Mile, in Southfield. And come home one day and shit.
The joint's by Myers.
No, we was down on Telegraph, like on the other side of Telegraph in 8 Mile, on the west side.
Going in the reference.
Yup.
Yeah. Hey, boy, everybody know them goddamn apartments.
So I come home one day, man, and her mama, her aunts, all them motherfuckers, man, they in the living room. She got on a wedding dress. I was like, what the hell?
What?
Dog. Oh, man. I'm like, what the fuck?
You ain't know shit about this.
Dude, we ain't never even talked about marriage and no shit like that. We wasn't there, you know what I mean? I came in, everybody in there looking at me and shit. I was like, and I'm a little bit high, you know what I mean? So I'm really like, what the fuck? So, yeah. After that situation, man, it never been the same. You know what I mean? I was like, I wasn't ready for that.
So pretty much y'all was on the spiraling down any damn way. It wasn't gonna work out no damn way, right? Can you kind of
we wasn't really spiraling down though, you know what I mean? I still was in love with her like that, but I knew, I shouldn't say I was in love, I still was kicking it with her like that, but I knew that eventually I really liked the son, you know what I'm saying?
That was the one.
Which was crazy, man, because I used to be telling my sister, man, I got a sister that's me and her 11 months apart. So she knew the whole everything, you know what I mean? So I used to be telling her like, I kind of like Sean more than her.
Yeah.
But Dion knew my whole family, like my whole family knew her and all this old shit.
That sense of loyalty shit, that'll mess you up. Like the sense of loyalty, like I gotta be with you because of this, that, and that, and that, but your heart is somewhere else.
Exactly.
That shit.
No,
that's
so
what
listen, man, I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit, some real shit. I'm an African man, right? And I come from a line of Africans. My grandmama is in the Hall of Fame of bowlers.
Okay.
She was also one of the black women who was in that professional Negro baseball league in Birmingham, Alabama. And my grandma was a pitcher.
Okay.
So I come from a long line of athletes. I used to look at Dion like my kids might not be athletic. You know what I'm saying?
You know you sound like Chad Ocho.
Hey,
Right now.
But my wife, her genes,
Yeah.
she was athletic,
Mhm.
she was beautiful,
Mhm.
but she was athletic, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And me and her was connected on some shit about, she wasn't pressing to be married.
Yeah.
She was young.
Yeah.
But she was, I can look at her and tell, you know what, we gonna make some beautiful babies. No, I told my homeboy, man, when I finally was like, hey man, I'm finna make this shit real.
Yeah.
I told my homeboy, man, he's like, man, what the fuck, man, why? I said, look, man, I'm gonna be with Sean because I really think that's where I need to be for life.
Mhm.
Like, that's gonna be my wife. Like,
That
that's the
motherfucker
one
gonna
I'm
hold you
gonna
down.
be with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She gonna hold me down. I know I'm gonna have beautiful kids with her. Like, I already seen that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's gonna do what's happening. Hey man, so I just came to a point where I had to break that thing loose.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I've been 28 years.
And how many kids are there? How many you got out the deal?
We got 2
All
kids,
right, okay.
both college athletes,
Yes, sir.
graduates from college
Yes, sir.
for free.
Yes, sir. I ain't mad at it, bro.
You know what
I
I'm
tell a
saying?
lot of people, man, and I said on the last pod, bro, getting married will help you get ahead in fucking life, bro.
Man,
Like, it'll grow you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all got some goals and some dreams, like, you might even not even know you got some shit you thinking about doing. But maybe your spouse is like, you know what? We push this just a little bit. He'll see, like, what I'm trying to tell
word
his
to the
man.
mother, man.
And then you be like,
ain't said,
and then you think it's your idea, but this motherfucker in the background like,
look
it's
here,
on
man. I remember when I first bought my first house, man.
Mm-hmm.
So our first house cost $22,000 on Joy Road in Bread.
goddamn house. Them damn bungalows.
$22,000 what that house cost. You know what I'm saying? But that house, when it was time for us to make a move, God put some shit into us and we moved to Kansas City. You know what I mean? He put a path for us to get up out the situation I was in.
Yeah.
And that path put us in Kansas City, Missouri. But that house on Joy Road propelled us a little bit. You know what I mean? That was a little bit of a push.
Yeah.
So we get to Kansas City, Missouri, and this is like 1996, 1997. You know what I'm saying? We get to Kansas City, Missouri, and now we got a little bit of a push, but we in a situation where it's like, okay, your whole family here, you know, so we got some hella support.
Yeah.
We gotta take advantage of this shit. I look at this shit like a landed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? This shit like, oh man, this right here, this is happening. You know? Oh man, so hey man.
And how long ago in KC?
16 years.
This is problems with doing your podcast and plump. I'm sorry. How long y'all in KC?
16 years, man. Damn. I love that shit. I'd never moved to another. Listen, bro. Kansas City is the most friendliest place you can ever live.
Now people get it twisted, but you're Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, so
Y'all was in Missouri.
Because listen, now there's nice ass places in Kansas City, Kansas. Overland Park.
What are like 2 hours apart? Straight down.
That shit right across the water.
Straight like the fucking borderline.
No, yeah,
straight
literally.
across. Yeah.
It's literally you can be in Kansas, you can be in Missouri, and then go across the water and be in Kansas. Like they right there.
Yeah.
So you can go to Overland Park. You only got to go across the water to go to on that side. If you going up 435, you can go to Overland Park, go Lathan, and all that shit without crossing the water.
Okay.
Like Overland Park is nice, man. When you got to Johnson County, that shit nice.
Yeah.
That shit nice.
And y'all was in Missouri.
But I was in Missouri because when we stayed in Missouri, man, Lee Summit, Lakewood, that was the shit. Like for us, I love that shit.
Yeah.
It was affordable housing. When I say affordable, man, I mean like, 3,000-4,000 square foot homes, man, was affordable. And the families and shit, everybody knew each other. We was all connected.
Yeah.
And when I was a little league football coach during those days, man, so I knew damn near all of the families.
Okay.
That shit was love, man.
Okay. So now, how did that? So y'all moved here in
2010.
10,
Yep.
and y'all been here since 10.
Ever since.
So how did? Now, can you talk about this since they're on strike right now? Can you talk about this? The movie shit. How did you ease your fucking way into that
Yo,
shit?
everybody want to know that shit.
Man, because I tried it. Remember, Monique, in Miami? I did a couple commercials and shit. I tried it, bro. I'm like, oh, shit, I can do this. But when you see the competition, like, you ain't the only muscular motherfucker or think you nice looking motherfucker out there. Like, it's a lot of them.
That shit hard.
And it's hard, bro. It's tough.
That shit hard.
Yeah.
That shit all my luck, though.
Yeah, for real.
So my luck came because I met a producer, and when me and him was talking, he kept looking at me like, man. In his eyes, he already knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He see something.
But he was looking at me like trying to feel me out. And he like, man, so what do you do? And I kept telling him, man, I work, I'm an entrepreneur. What the fuck you keep asking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he finally was like, man, you ever seen Forrest Whitaker? I said, no, man. I seen him on TV and shit, you know what I mean? But I ain't never ran into him before. And he said, man, we about to film this movie in Atlanta, man. I think you might be fitting in. I think you might work for us. All right, well, whatever. So he took my phone number down and shit. I took his number down. I come home to my wife. And I tell her, I'm like, I just met this white dude, he just said some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Some more weird ass shit.
Remember that shit happened to me when I was
She like, whatever, we just kind of left it at that. So a couple weeks later, I get the email, they want me to do this video test. So I showed up to the video shit. And do that. So I know it. It's Black Panther.
That's crazy.
Shit, it's like
That's
stunt
crazy.
double, and stand in, work. before it's with him. You know what I'm saying?
So he the same height as you?
Man, me and him wear the same clothes.
Are you fucking sick? He was tall as fuck.
Nah, bro.
I ain't saying you short. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm saying
I'm
he
saying-
look fucking like he like 6'4" or some shit.
Man, so it's crazy because Clifton Powell,
Our boy Pinky, shout out to Clifton
I
Powell.
got
Kick it
hella
with
work.
him.
I got hella work with him too.
Yeah,
Mark Lawrence.
yeah,
I started getting hella work, man, just because of that situation. But Forrest was first.
yeah.
You know, I got on Black Panther, man. That shit opened up the door for life.
That's crazy. And you are slang carrying cars and them.
Oh, for sure. I'm on
Okay.
strike.
Okay, that's right. That's right. You getting some money right now.
I'm on strike, you know what I mean? We all on strike.
Yeah. So now, so y'all been here since you said 2010. You got into the movie stuff, and so then your son's football career started doing the damn thing.
Man, listen, my son really was that guy for me, man. He's a defensive back, right? So we went through some shit as a family, man. And it's funny you say because me and my wife sometimes think back like it's just we made sacrifices that I don't really think I fucking appreciate.
There a lot of them don't, but
No, on the real.
it'll come around. It'll come around.
No, bro. So listen, my daughter was an athlete as well, right? So my daughter was ranked before we moved here to Georgia. My daughter already was like in the top 20 of runners in the country.
Yeah.
So when we came here to Georgia, we had a lot of coaches, trying to fuck with us.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
was
for
that-
sure.
She was shit.
Yeah.
We settled on Alpharetta because we had some friends that lived in Alpharetta. So they was like, man, y'all gotta come out here because the schools and shit is good, the grades,
Nice
all of that
area,
shit.
all that
Nice
shit.
area.
Yeah.
So we like, fuck, we came to Alpharetta. So we got to Alpharetta High School. My daughter was doing her thing. I didn't really like the athletic program. I shouldn't say, let me back up. When they first got there, I was in tune with the program.
Okay.
They had a real good football program. They had coaches that was cool. All that shit was good. Then my daughter graduated and everything changed. Like the football coaches was some science teacher type dudes.
Yeah.
These dudes,
Like the coach from Miami.
you know what I mean? The kids weren't getting recruited and shit.
Yeah.
So as a family, we decided we're gonna sell our house, we're gonna move.
Yeah.
We literally had to move, man. So I put my son at middle high school.
Okay.
So that meant a big ass change for our whole entire family. You know what I'm saying? And we sacrificed that. We moved to Milton High School, and man, as soon as we got there,
Skyrocket.
he had like 17 offers. We chose Wake Forest after all them schools because before we even got to there, he won the MVP of the Nike Opening and shit. You know what I mean? He got some schools on his back. He was that guy. We chose Wake Forest though as a family because we liked the school.
Yeah.
We liked the environment. We liked all of that. But he ain't working, right?
I mean, man, you gotta think, like kids. Well, I guess they are privileged. What is Snickelbox right there laughing?
My co-producer's having a little problem.
What is wrong with you? Oh, but anyway, but when you got kids like that, bro, that come from privilege, so if they're naturally gifted and they have attributes and stuff, they don't really like taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like where we if we had it like that, like them, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like I don't think they put I'm not gonna say they all because they so gifted.
I ran across a lot of gifted young men, you know what I'm saying, in my life because I coached a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no different than my son. He did go to college. And I ain't gonna lie. He did not finish at Wake Forest, but he finished at
He got the degree.
Yeah, he went to Toledo. He had a good career at Toledo. He balled out.
Oh, he
you know what
balled
I'm
at
saying?
Toledo?
Oh, he balled out.
Okay,
He
yeah,
had a great
yeah,
career.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He had a great career. He graduated.
Toledo.
Yeah, he did his thing, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna knock that. But he was young in the game, you know what I mean? And he didn't really appreciate the opportunity that he had right away. But I run across a lot of young men that literally just throw that shit away, man.
Well, I ain't trying to cut you off. I think that Big Vince. Big Vince, where you at? What up, though? How you gonna call me and put me on? We live on the air, man. You coming?
Yeah, Chase Plan, sir.
I guess not.
I'm gonna go let's catch you tomorrow.
All right.
Let's get some news.
Well,
About to be a fucking granddaddy.
oh shit! Live on air, the Hus-Band Show podcast. Big Bitch is about to be a granddaddy. He's the first one in the crew. He's about to be a granddaddy. Hot diggity damn. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Congrats, bro.
Yes, sir.
You
Go do
heard
your
it
thing,
here first.
man. We'll get up tomorrow then.
You heard it here first.
All right, pop. Oh, that was up. Okay.
Big Vic.
Yeah. So, all right. So now we're here. Kids have graduated. Everybody got their degrees. You and the wife moved to Gwinnett.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you right now, dog. Hey, this is the best shit we did, man.
Yeah, man.
This some real
Yeah,
shit.
man. And by the way, for everybody looking and listening, I'm the mayor and that's the governor. And it's subdivision, right?
That's
We
real
hold
shit.
this
We hold this shit down.
motherfucker.
Hey, man. This is the best shit that happened to us, man. Let me keep it real. Hey, my kids got a great education in Alpharetta. Shout out to Alpharetta.
Yeah.
That shit cool out there.
Yeah.
Don't get me fucked up.
Yeah,
I love it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
At the end of the day, it wasn't a whole lot of us, right? So for me,
Mhm.
I enjoy being able to come out and go get my meal, and I see African Americans.
Doing their thing.
That's
It ain't no
important, you know what I
problem.
mean?
Everybody minding their business.
And quiet as kept, if I'd have known. See, when you first moved to Georgia, a lot of people don't tell you, where to go. You just kind of figure your spot.
You gotta
The
figure
one
it
thing
out.
about living here is once you land somewhere, you generally just stay
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? People that move to Gwinnett County, they less likely to move somewhere else because they used to being
Yeah.
where they at.
And this
you
is the
know what I
biggest
mean?
county in Georgia.
We moved to Alpharetta.
Very
We didn't
diverse.
really know nothing else.
Yeah.
We never, came out outside of football, track meets. We never really came outside of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, when it was time to look for a house, you start looking around. You know what I mean? You start finding different shit. Like, man, this what I'm talking about.
Right.
Hey, and I'm
Right.
telling you, the best shit that ever happened to us, man. My wife loved our house. Out of all the homes we've ever owned,
That's a nice ass house.
out of all the homes
The family
we've
that
ever
used to
owned,
live, man, they did a lot.
We've owned some really nice homes in
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah.
But all of them. Arguably the smartest.
Really.
She loved it.
Shout out to the Proud family.
And that's some real nice shit. You know what
That's
I'm
what they
saying?
call the family that used to live over there. Because I was out there, like when we first moved there, I told you about that big ass bush that was out in front. Like we got that shit out of there. And I put some, some wood around there, put some rubber mulch in there and all that stuff. The lady that used to live there, she was walking by with that. She said, that really looks good. I'm so proud of you. Proud of me?
Yo, they still
So
be
they
calling
started
us.
calling them the Proud family.
They still be calling us, man. People who bought the house
Oh, for real?
from, hey man. So they didn't really want to sell the house, but they just couldn't take the steps with it.
Yeah.
So they had to move to a whole folks home.
Both of them in there?
Both of them. They live in the same place.
Oh, she
Because
wasn't.
of him, though.
Oh, so it's a house?
No. Nah, they live in
They're
that-
living in but she's not.
It's
Okay,
It's probably pretty cheap.
Yeah, they
That's,
live in like
that, now that's
old folks type
in love.
of-
That's being in love. That's love.
She ain't want to move, man. When we bought the house, man, hey man, that lady cried at closing,
I
man.
bet she did.
You know, she told us about all the little
You
flowers
have a
and
really nice house.
Dude, that house is
Your house is
nice.
really,
Man,
really
and
nice.
your
And
little
the stuff-
putting green in the
the
back.
stuff
Oh,
that you
man,
did, I was
Dude, when I
say.
came back there and saw that putting green in the back, I said, "This is something, bitch."
Yeah,
Man,
the
that's
What?
what's going on.
What?
whole golf course out here.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's my
That shit
thing.
dope,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
That shit is dope.
I sit back there, man. I might smoke me a cigar, man. Have a couple drinks.
Mhm.
I work on my putting game, man. Because listen, man, you cannot win at all playing golf unless you can putt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
it.
I learned that
That's
early
it.
on.
Yeah. That pendulum.
If you
Gotta
can't
be
putt,
tight.
you can't win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got to work on my shit all the
Mhm.
time.
I'm so glad y'all are across from us.
No, I'm glad to be across from y'all. Because
Man.
listen,
Nice.
I never had neighbors in the whole, how long have we been here
Ever.
now? 16, 13 years I've been here.
That you kick.
It's 23, right? I never had one neighbor, literally, that I've ever been in their home.
I believe you.
You know what? That's true for us
I
too,
believe-
though.
yeah.
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 Coming in your
I
crib with them,
believe
yeah. I swear to God, how long we been here
We're not
since?
friendly like that either.
Well, we're
But-
friendly.
No, we're not friendly like
That
that.
doesn't sound right.
But,
But
no,
dig
it-
what I'm
it
saying.
might not
We've been
sound
living
right,
here
but
that long, right? And our kids, you know, is friends with all of these people.
Right,
You know,
but
my
they're
kids is
not.
athletes.
Yeah.
You can't go by your kids' friends.
But
You
nobody
gotta
ever.
feel the parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not feeling
yeah.
nobody's face.
I'm just
We
saying.
just we ain't
Oh.
just we just didn't have no relationship like that.
We have never been in anybody else's house
We have not. I swear to God.
Okay.
We did
ever.
That's right.
We really keep to ourselves though, man. Like when you moved in, remember we had kicked it. I like, bro, I don't want to bum rush you and be all in your
See-
mix and all. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing
But
that.
you ain't even understand, dog.
Yeah,
I was so
yeah.
excited to see y'all. Like, listen, I'm like, nigga, talk to me. You know what I mean? I want you to come holler at me.
What's up?
Because I didn't see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When we lived there, man, all my neighbors was white. You know, and a lot of them from New York. And they was rude to the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't want to really have no competition.
So you
with-
just stay back. Yeah.
Right.
Fall
You know what I
back.
mean?
And
So-
that's the position I adopted. I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with nobody out here. When we moved here, it was like pretty much all white.
I can see
so
that.
I'm not fucking with nobody.
Yeah, I
and
can see
that
that.
way it's just, you know,
I can see that.
don't
shit.
fuck with me, I'm not fucking with you.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad as hell to be here, man. Me and my
Mhm.
wife talk about this shit every single day.
So much better.
My wife used to, hey man, she come out on the porch every single day, dog. Like, that's her thing. She come on that porch.
Y'all got the fountain in the front. That shit be like, I be listening to that shit. I'm like, man,
I
that
walk
shit
by
sound,
with Nola. Like,
yeah,
we be
that
walking
shit
by
sounds
like,
so good, man. That shit,
Man,
oh my
it's just the
God.
little things of knowing that
it's
I got
tranquil.
neighbors that look like me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you got neighbors next door to you that look like you though.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Huh?
Don't do it, bro.
Yeah, we do. No, I'm gonna keep it real. Happy a cool ass dude, man.
Yeah.
He cool. And whatever hustle is,
What
he got
are you
going
talking
on.
about?
Next to
These
him.
guys. Okay.
Yeah, whatever his hustle is, that's what his hustle.
Mm-hmm. And they husband too.
I ain't bad at it.
Good
Shit.
God almighty. That's
And
a
that's what
hustle.
I said. I don't know what y'all doing, but
Mhm. All right.
I just wish they don't do it so early in the morning sometimes. you know.
Or late at night.
and keep it our driveway.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So look, we're gonna hit a topic or two. Since we got down to all that, since he's the veteran of marriage
What?
around this bitch.
What?
He got Bisbee.
So don't go to driving habits. Don't go to going to the gym.
What I tell you what, you a special guest, you pick.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so there's a couple of them, man. One thing that stuck out to me: does your wife really know? Right? That's like some real shit. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
Don't you hold on.
This one thing about life, right? There's things about how we grow and we all. Let's just everybody grow,
Yeah.
right? So I can only
It's a
talk about my
process.
own experience. My wife used to really, when I first met her, she was impressed about the hustle, the little cheese that I was eating. You know what I'm saying? But then as we became husband and wife, that changed. Like that wasn't impressive to her no more. You know what I mean? She like, nigga, you gotta do something different.
It's the family dynamic they care about.
So the thing about do your wife really know you really stick out, because I think a lot of young men or a lot of men that's in marriages that's early, I think they don't really want to adapt to what their wife wants. Like your wife is trying to tell your ass, look, bro, this ain't what adulthood really is. So you got young cats, they hard headed sometimes, and they want to see their own vision. But I can tell them from experience, look, man, sometimes our vision ain't the real vision. God put your wife in your life for a reason. Because sometimes you really can't see all the shit that's about to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they got that intuition.
Working this hard for a reason. In a minute trying to make it right. Saying, baby, this is our season. No, I ain't taking that. Yeah, I swear.